in one sense, I have more privacy in some parking lots than I would as if I bought a piece of property and parked in front of my house. Because I can find a secluded parking lot in a nice area that has a nice view, that's quiet, it's peaceful. And you say, well, if you can find that, why would you ever buy a property? Because, you got more privacy in a parking lot than you do if you buy property. Well, the major answer comes because at night. At night, usually, you cannot legally park in parking lots. For the most part. I mean, obviously, there's exceptions. The Crackle Barrels, the Walmarts, the gyms, right? And, certainly you'll utilize them. But it's a different environment at night, and it's a different environment within those parking lots than kind of the parking lots I'm referencing now, which is you can go anywhere during the day pretty much. Any public park, any establishment, and you can be in the cut. At night, it's different because you're in stealth mode and not every area allows it, etc. So it's always like, why would you buy property if you can live on the road and have more privacy because you can determine who your neighbors are and how far away you park away from people? When you have your own property, you have a survey that's done that measures your square footage and your distance from your neighbors, and you're fixed. When you live on wheels, you can change your survey. You can go from a tight parking lot to a big one, to a campsite, to open route. So again, it goes back to you get burnt out a little bit on the route. It goes back to you want one stable, safe, legal place to park that it's yours and you can do whatever you want all the time. There's something to be said for that, especially the longer you're on the road and the older you get, and if something happens to you, that's the value of buying property. The parking lot that you go to during the day can be better, though, than the property that you own for maybe at night. And if you spend most of your time, from the time you wake up to the time you go back to your property, most of your day could be away from your house. So why buy a house? Why buy property? Well, again, it's like everything else, guys. You're going to have to go somewhere at night. You're going to get old. Something could happen on the road, right? That's the dynamic. That's the tennis match that you play with yourself. Because I've thought about all these things, and they've been talked about, but talk about them again. Remember, how many YouTubers quit? Okay, guys, talk about the same shit. I mean, come on, guys. What are you, babies? Keep showing up, man. But back to the subject. Is that as I've looked at property, and part of looking at property and getting a title search is getting a survey done. So I'm very familiar with all this. And again, they give you the dimensions of your property, and I said, man, I'm locked in here. And you feel like a caged animal. Right now, I'm an open animal amongst the squirrels and birds in the park. But at night, I'm like a possum that's crossing a street. I think I found the spot I want to be, and there's some bright lights of a new car or a van or a truck they come, and a possum got scattered across the road before they get hit. And that's what it's like to be a nomad, to be stealth parking. You'll find your spots, and it's a lot of times very easy, but there's an anxiety at night. And there's a restlessness of being on the road for years. And this is something that the nomad struggles with often. But it's hard, okay? It's hard to find the right property because you want to be in a good location with good economics in an area you want to live if you have the resources. If you don't have the money, if you're the destitute nomad, we always say go see a social worker. A lot of you are disabled. Get your subsidies and do what you can, and then just hit the road and have your home base. But for many others, you're constantly just trying to figure out, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay on the road, or do you want to buy a piece of property? Do you want to stay in this parking lot that you may have more privacy than your property that you own? Or do you want to do both? Well, look, yeah, again, that's kind of something I said to myself. If I find the right property, it was so hard to find, especially in a very strong seller's market. No one wants to compromise. You got to pay, you got to pay almost asking. Do you compromise? Do you deal with a bad real estate agent and bad community? Do you deal with just any property just to get off the road? Well, now, in my opinion, guys, I'm going to fight the good fight until I find the right fit. At my age, in my 40s, my health is good, thank God. That can change any time. I think about that. That's why I think about property. And for the long term, I know it's something I think about. But right now, I'm going to fight the good fight until I find the right fit. Almost found the right fit again, but I'll tell you guys, you think you'll find the right one, but it's a pain in the ass property. Real estate agents, neighbors, seller's market. It's not easy to find the right. It's like dating, guys. It's like getting married. I often compared buying property like getting married. It's pretty much like, all right, this is the one I'm going to settle down with. And that makes me not want to buy property. Just go from parking lot to parking lot. But look, remember for all my nomads out there and for all the people that want to see if I'm going to show up again by the grace of God, show up. I'll figure out a topic. Don't worry about this, guys. I'll do the same thing again. Yeah, watch this, you motherfucker. So I want to tell you that as I always debate the home base, part of that debate is a parking lot more peaceful than my own property? And again, in many regards it is, except for the anxiety that comes at night. That's the thing. Okay. But until you find the right property, keep parking lot pimping. Why? I want to tell you, once you put a ring on it, especially if you put a ring on the wrong property, if you buy the wrong property, I want to tell you, it's like a nasty divorce. It's like a bitter life. It's like someone who's married and watches me live in my car. Why? Their life sucks. Their marriage sucks. And they waiting for me to buy property. Yeah, I'm about that. Click that thumbs up. Click that blue join button. I will show up again. By the grace of God, through hard work, I'll repeat the same topic 1,000,000 times, but I'll figure out a way to entertain you, motivate you, inform you. I want to tell you, for every lazy sloth that quit, that brought down their channel, and now I got no one else. I'm all by myself in this war. I want to tell you, motherfuck it, I'll do it myself. Okay, I'll figure out if I can get to 100K. Okay, when everyone else dropped out. How do you get ahead in your career? Show up, let other people quit. Same thing on YouTube, same thing in your real life. Now, if you want to quit, do whatever you want. But let me do whatever I want. I want to keep showing up. I love the people that quit. Some people, good people. But I want to tell you guys, I got to fucking put these logs on the fire so I could show up. Because every time I see a comrade go down, I'm like, oh my God, it's like being in war. Your comrade goes down, another one goes down. And now you're like, fuck, I got no one left. Yeah, just me. I'm Rambo. I am the Rambo, real life motherfucking Rambo, okay, of this here YouTube. And I want to tell you, if you didn't click that thumbs up, you better smash it. If you didn't click that blue join button, what's wrong with you? Watch thousands of videos on my channel. Free playlist. Leave a comment below. Share this with your ungrateful kids that are never going to get better. You'll be 80 years old. They'll be running your life. And you'll be watching me with your earbuds in. Why? You haven't made love to your spouse in a long time. Okay? And you're going to break up. You're going to divide that property during a divorce. Then you're going to get remarried by another property. And I'm going to still be making videos. We'll see. But I want to tell you, I want everyone to live a great life. I want you to live a great life. I want to stretch this video out just one more minute, trying to make that 10-minute mark. Why? I could run an extra ad. Thank you, Jesus. I want to tell you guys, if the world going to burn, do what you need to do for you. Why? Most people have dropped out. Most people hating. A few of them got love for you, but they're busy doing the shit that they want to do. So what can I do but do what I got to do for me? That's how I want to take care of yourself. In this world where so many people throwing darts at you, just take care of yourself. You say, well, that's selfish. I say, well, have you ever volunteered your time? Yeah, have you? Now, not if you quit your job. You got a lot of time, and you do a very bad job volunteering. I hate to tell you that, because you don't know how to be diligent. Yeah, you just want to feel better about yourself for doing nothing. Fuck you. I love you. All right, guys, before I get upset, I don't want to get upset. Click that thumbs up. Click that blue join button. Didn't you say that already? Guys, I'm just going to repeat everything. What? Fuck it. But I want to tell you this. While you've been watching me, you know what I done did? I done made another 10-minute video. I love you. I'll see you next video. Peace.